15 mind-blowing facts about India. The country you'll never fully understand. What if I told you that India, a land of breathtaking contradictions, holds secrets so profound that they'll make you question everything you thought you knew about the world? This is a country that's been at the crossroads of ancient traditions and cutting-edge innovation for centuries. From its vibrant culture and rich history to its extraordinary technological achievements, India continues to surprise the world in ways you never expected. In this documentary, we're about to uncover 15 mind-blowing facts about India that will completely transform your perception of this incredible nation. Get ready to be amazed as we take a deep dive into the heart of India and explore the remarkable stories that make this country truly unique. What you think you know might just be the tip of the iceberg. Stick around, because what's coming will leave you thinking differently about India. India is not just a country, it's an experience, a whirlwind of history, culture, and endless discovery. Every corner of India has its own unique story to tell, from the ancient temples of the south to the bustling streets of the north. It's a place where tradition meets modernity in the most unexpected ways, creating a vibrant, ever-changing landscape that continues to captivate people from around the world. From the majestic Himalayas that stretch across the north, offering breathtaking views of snow-covered peaks, to the tropical beaches of the Andaman Islands, India's natural beauty is as diverse as the people who call it home. Geographically, India is a land of contrasts. In the north, the towering Himalayas separate India from China, while in the south, the warm waters of the Indian Ocean lap against golden, sandy shores. From the dry, dusty Thar Desert in the west to the lush, green backwaters of Kerala in the south, India offers landscapes that are truly one of a kind. It's a land where every region has its own unique environment, lifestyle, and culture, creating an experience that can never be fully understood until you witness it for yourself. But today, we're going to look beyond the tourist guides and uncover 15 mind-blowing facts about India that you'll never find in a history book. These aren't just the things you read about in newspapers or travel brochures. These are the hidden truths, the fascinating details, and the incredible stories that make India the country you'll never fully understand. So sit tight and get ready to discover the untold side of India, one that will leave you in awe and challenge everything you thought you knew about this amazing country. Fact number 1. The world's largest democracy. India is the world's largest democracy, with over 900 million eligible voters. That's more than the population of the entire United States. When India holds its elections, it is a monumental event. The sheer scale of the election process is staggering. It involves millions of polling stations, thousands of candidates, and a massive infrastructure that spans the entire country. Every 5 years, the world's largest democracy comes together to choose its leaders, a process that takes weeks, sometimes months, to complete, due to the size of the country and the diverse regions. In a country as diverse as India, this is no easy task. With more than 1,600 languages spoken, over 2,000 ethnic groups, and varying religious and cultural practices across its 28 states and 8 union territories, organizing an election for a population this large presents both logistical and political challenges. Yet, despite these challenges, the country holds free and fair elections, making the voices of millions heard. This is a testament to the power and resilience of India's democratic system, which continues to evolve as the country grows. The logistics of India's elections are mind-boggling. In the 2019 general election, more than 800 million voters were eligible to cast their ballots. Voting takes place across over 1 million polling stations nationwide, with an army of election officials overseeing the entire process. The election results determine not just the future of the country, but also the course of global politics. as India is a rising superpower with a population that represents about 17% of the world's total. For weeks, the country is fully engaged in the democratic process, from campaigning to voting to counting the votes. This incredible feat of organization and cooperation is a powerful reflection of India's democratic spirit. One of the most fascinating aspects of Indian democracy is how it manages to accommodate such a wide range of cultures, beliefs, and interests. In India, every state has its own unique identity. Some states, like Uttar Pradesh, are more populous than entire countries, while others, like Sikkim, are much smaller but equally important. The diversity in voting patterns, political preferences, and regional issues means that political campaigns must be tailored to each region, with candidates addressing issues that are relevant to local communities. Despite this, India's democracy holds it all together. The ability for people of all backgrounds to come together and vote in a unified system is what truly makes India's democracy one of a kind. This diversity is both a strength and a challenge for India. On one hand, it allows the country to showcase the richness of its cultures, traditions, and beliefs. On the other hand, it can create friction, especially during elections, as different groups fight for their voice to be heard. However, what's incredible is that India has been able to maintain a sense of unity through these differences. The country's commitment to democratic principles, despite the vast challenges, shows the resilience of its people and the strength of its political system. India's elections also bring attention to a unique aspect of Indian democracy: the involvement of young voters. In the 2019 elections, millions of young Indians went to the polls for the first time. The youth's active participation in elections is crucial for the country's future, as they represent the driving force of change, pushing for reforms in education, job opportunities, and policies that reflect their aspirations. The younger generation of voters is more tech-savvy and politically aware, using social media platforms to engage in political discourse and bring attention to issues that matter to them. It is also important to note that while the process is complex and often overwhelming, India has one of the highest voter turnout rates in the world. The participation of people from all walks of life, from rural villages to urban metropolises, proves that democracy is more than just a political system. It is a way of life in India. It's the belief that everyone has a voice, that every vote matters, and that, despite the many challenges, India's democracy is here to stay. In a world where democracy is increasingly under threat, India stands as a beacon of hope. Its election process may not be perfect, but it is an extraordinary example of democratic participation and unity. The fact that India can hold such massive, free, and fair elections with such a diverse population speaks to the strength of its democratic institutions and the determination of its people. India's commitment to its democratic principles is remarkable, especially considering its vast population, diverse cultures, and the constant political challenges it faces. The democratic process is not just about voting. It's about maintaining a shared belief in the power of the people to shape their own future. And India's democracy, in all its complexity, shows that even in a country with such deep divisions, unity can still prevail. This is why India's democracy is so much more than a simple political system. It's a reflection of the country's values, resilience, and commitment to inclusivity. The ability of a country with such a large and diverse population to come together and elect its leaders is a testament to the strength of India's democracy. And it shows the world that democracy can thrive even in the most challenging environments. Fact number 2. India's spiritual diversity. India is a land where spirituality is deeply woven into the fabric of daily life. It is the birthplace of Hinduism, Buddhism, Sikhism, and Jainism, and each of these religions has shaped the country's culture, philosophy, and way of life. But India is not just home to these ancient belief systems. It also hosts millions of Muslims, Christians, and Zoroastrians, making it one of the most spiritually diverse countries in the world. This incredible spiritual diversity is one of the key features that sets India apart from most other nations. Hinduism, the most practiced religion in India, traces its roots back thousands of years. It's a religion that encompasses a vast range of beliefs and practices, from the worship of multiple deities to the pursuit of spiritual knowledge. Buddhism, which originated in India through the teachings of Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha, emphasizes the pursuit of enlightenment and the cessation of suffering. Sikhism, founded in the Punjab region in the 15th century by Guru Nanak, promotes equality, service to others, and devotion to one God. Jainism, also originating in India, teaches nonviolence and respect for all living beings, with a strong focus on self-discipline and spiritual purification. While these religions began in India, the country has become home to a rich tapestry of other faiths. Islam arrived in India over 1,000 years ago and is now the second largest religion in the country, with millions of Muslim followers spread across the country. Christianity, introduced during the colonial period, has deep roots in states like Goa and Kerala. There is also a vibrant community of Zoroastrians, known as the Parsis, who fled Persia, modern-day Iran, centuries ago to escape religious persecution. These communities, along with the Jews and other religious minorities, add to India's spiritual complexity. What makes India's spiritual diversity truly remarkable is how these religions coexist side by side. In most countries, religious diversity can lead to tension or conflict, but in India, people of different faiths live, work, and celebrate together. The Ganges River, which is sacred to Hindus, is also visited by people of various faiths seeking peace and spiritual solace. In cities like Varanasi, where Hindu rituals are practiced daily, you will also find temples dedicated to Buddhism, Sikhism, and Jainism, alongside mosques and churches. One of the reasons this coexistence is so special in India is because religion plays a huge role in shaping the culture and identity of the country. Religious festivals are not just spiritual events, but they are also a means of bringing communities together. Every year, India celebrates Diwali, the Festival of Lights, which is a Hindu festival, but it is also embraced by many Sikh and Jain communities. Likewise, Eid, the Muslim festival marking the end of Ramadan, is widely celebrated by Muslims across India, but also enjoys respect from people of other faiths. Holi, the Festival of Colors, is another example of how India's spiritual diversity contributes to its vibrant cultural life. While Holi is primarily a Hindu festival, it has become a national celebration, celebrated by people of all religions. Streets are filled with laughter, colors, and music, and people of different faiths join in, showing that religion can be a reason for unity, not division. This blending of cultures and beliefs is something that sets India apart from many other countries in the world. Despite its incredible religious diversity, India manages to maintain a unique sense of unity. This unity is based on the understanding that while religious practices, festivals, and rituals are deeply important to people, they are also part of a broader cultural identity that transcends religious boundaries. Indian society doesn't simply tolerate its diversity, it celebrates it. The deep respect for different faiths is embedded in the country's constitution, which guarantees freedom of religion to all its citizens. This respect for diversity is also reflected in everyday life. Religious pluralism is a core value, and it shapes everything from the country's politics to its social interactions. It's not uncommon for people from different religious backgrounds to share meals together, visit each other's places of worship, or take part in each other's festivals. In fact, the Indian notion of secularism is not about the separation of religion and state, as it is in some other countries, but rather about ensuring that all religions are treated equally. The unity and diversity that India displays is not just a slogan. It is an essential part of the country's soul. It's what has helped India remain intact despite centuries of invasions, colonization, and modern-day challenges. India's spiritual diversity is a constant reminder that people of different beliefs can coexist in peace, sharing a common bond of respect, understanding, and mutual love. This is why India's spiritual diversity is so shocking and awe-inspiring. It shows that religious differences don't have to divide people. Instead, they can be the foundation of a rich, vibrant society where people not only coexist, but thrive together. This aspect of India is one of the most beautiful and inspiring parts of the country, making it unlike any other nation in the world. Fact number 3. The birthplace of yoga, one of the most popular wellness practices worldwide, originated in India over 5,000 years ago. The roots of yoga are deeply tied to the spiritual and philosophical traditions of India, and it has evolved over millennia into what we know today as a practice that connects the body, mind, and spirit. Yoga was not just a physical exercise but a spiritual practice for the ancient people of India. It was a way to achieve inner peace, enhance self-awareness, and unite with the divine. Over the centuries, it has grown into a global phenomenon, but its core remains firmly grounded in the teachings and traditions of ancient India. The earliest forms of yoga were not about stretching or physical postures as we see today. It was a path to spiritual enlightenment, where the goal was to transcend the material world and find inner peace. The earliest references to yoga can be found in the ancient texts known as the Vedas, the oldest scriptures of Hinduism, which date back to around 1500 BCE. These texts describe the practice of yoga as a means of connecting with the divine and achieving a state of pure awareness and understanding. Yoga is mentioned in the Upanishads, the spiritual writings that form the basis of Hindu philosophy. These texts emphasize the importance of the mind-body connection, focusing on meditation, breath control, and physical discipline to reach a higher state of consciousness. The teachings of yoga were further developed in the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, written around 200 BCE, which formalized the practice into a structured system known as Raja Yoga, or the Royal Path. This system laid out the 8 limbs of yoga, a set of guidelines that include ethical practices, meditation, breath control, and physical postures, all aimed at achieving spiritual and personal transformation. Today, yoga is not just a fitness trend. It is a spiritual practice for millions of people around the world. The global appeal of yoga can be seen in its widespread popularity, especially in the West, where yoga studios are found on every corner. People now practice yoga for many reasons: stress relief, flexibility, fitness, and mental clarity. It has become a way to calm the mind, reduce stress, and promote overall well-being. What started as a deeply spiritual practice in ancient India has now become a universal wellness practice. One of the most surprising things about yoga's journey is how it has managed to retain its spiritual significance even as it became mainstream. While in India, yoga is still deeply tied to religious and spiritual practices, in the West, it has become largely associated with physical health and fitness. But no matter where it is practiced, yoga has maintained its universal appeal, transcending cultural and geographical boundaries. The practice offers a sense of calm and peace that anyone from any culture can appreciate. The impact of India's gift of yoga on the global wellness culture is immense. Yoga is no longer just an Indian practice, it has become a part of global consciousness. It is estimated that over 300 million people worldwide practice yoga in some form. From yoga retreats in Bali to online yoga classes, the practice has found a way to adapt and thrive in today's modern world. The rise of yoga has sparked a global interest in holistic wellness, with people focusing on not only their physical health, but also their mental and emotional well-being. The rise of yoga as a global trend has also inspired many other wellness practices to gain traction. Meditation, mindfulness, and alternative medicine are all closely linked to the principles of yoga, and together they form the foundation of a new wellness movement that is reshaping how people approach health and spirituality. Yoga has become a way of life for millions of people, offering a sanctuary from the chaos of modern living and a path to self-discovery and enlightenment. So why is it shocking that yoga came from India? Imagine the impact of a single country shaping the global wellness culture in such a profound way. India, a land known for its rich spiritual traditions, gave birth to a practice that has reached every corner of the world, touched millions of lives, and continues to grow. Yoga's influence is seen in fitness routines, mindfulness practices, health-conscious diets, and spiritual awakening. It has become one of the most influential exports from India, and yet its roots remain tied to the land from which it was born. India's role in shaping global wellness culture is undeniable. Yoga continues to be a living, breathing example of how spirituality, health, and well-being can blend together to create a practice that benefits millions of people, regardless of background or belief. It serves as a powerful reminder of how the ancient wisdom of one culture can shape the lives of people across the globe. India's contribution to global wellness culture is something that will resonate for generations to come, proving that sometimes the most profound ideas can come from the most unexpected places. Fact number 4. India's culinary diversity. Indian cuisine is as diverse as its culture. From butter chicken in the north to dosa in the south, each region of India has its own unique flavors, spices, and techniques that make its food unlike anything else in the world. India's food is a reflection of the country's diverse cultures, climates, and geographical locations, and every meal tells a story of the people and the land it comes from. Whether you're in the cool, mountainous regions of the north or the tropical coastal areas in the south, you'll find a vast variety of food that is as rich and varied as India's cultural landscape. In the northern parts of India, the cuisine is known for its rich, creamy gravies and tender meat dishes. Dishes like butter chicken and Rogan Josh are famous for their use of spices and slow cooking techniques. In contrast, southern India is known for its light, tangy dishes like dosa, a type of savory pancake, idli, steamed rice cakes, and sambar, a flavorful lentil soup. These dishes are typically accompanied by coconut, tamarind, and mustard seeds, giving them a distinct, refreshing flavor. What makes Indian food so extraordinary is the use of spices, from cumin and coriander to saffron and turmeric. Spices are not just used for flavor in Indian cuisine. They are also deeply rooted in ancient Ayurvedic practices, which are based on the belief that food can have a profound impact on a person's health and well-being. Spices like turmeric are known for their anti-inflammatory properties, while cumin and coriander are believed to aid digestion. Ginger, a common ingredient in many Indian dishes, is used for its healing properties and is often included in recipes to improve circulation and boost the immune system. In addition to the spices, Indian cuisine is also known for its diverse cooking techniques. Tandoori cooking, for example, is a method where food is cooked in a clay oven, giving it a unique smoky flavor that is impossible to replicate with other methods. The roti, a type of flatbread, is made fresh and often served alongside dishes, providing the perfect balance of texture and flavor to the meal. In coastal regions, fish and seafood are an essential part of the diet, and dishes like fish curry made with fresh coconut milk are rich and flavorful. One of the reasons why Indian food is so appealing is that it offers something for everyone. Whether you enjoy spicy, tangy, or mild flavors, you will find a dish that suits your taste. The vegetarian options in India are especially diverse, as many Indians follow a vegetarian diet for religious or cultural reasons. Dishes like palak paneer, spinach and Indian cheese, dal tadka, lentils with tempered spices, and chana masala, spicy chickpeas, are packed with flavor and nutrition, making them popular among both vegetarians and non-vegetarians alike. India's street food culture is also a reflection of its diverse culinary landscape. From pani puri, crispy shells filled with spicy water, to samosas, fried pastry pockets filled with potatoes and spices, Indian street food is an explosion of flavors and textures that draw people from all over the world. Street food vendors are found in every corner of India, offering affordable, tasty meals that capture the heart of Indian cuisine. These snacks are usually eaten as a quick bite during the day or as a late-night treat, and they often feature combinations of sweet, sour, salty, and spicy elements that create a mouth-watering experience. Indian food also places a strong emphasis on the concept of balance. Meals are carefully crafted to include a combination of flavors, textures, and temperatures, creating harmony in every bite. It's not just about the spices or the cooking techniques. It's about creating an experience that engages all your senses. The food in India is designed to be shared, with families and friends gathering around the table to enjoy a meal together. The sense of community around food is an integral part of Indian culture. What is especially shocking about Indian cuisine is that it has managed to preserve its traditional methods of cooking while adapting to modern tastes. While India has become a global hub for fast food chains and international cuisines, traditional Indian food still holds a special place in the hearts of people everywhere. The use of fresh, locally sourced ingredients, as well as the deep connection to spiritual and cultural practices, keeps Indian food grounded in its ancient roots, even as it evolves to suit the modern world. The fact that India's culinary diversity is rooted in its spirituality, health benefits, and deep cultural heritage makes it truly unique. Indian food isn't just something to be eaten. It's an experience that connects people to their traditions, families, and history. From the spicy dishes of the North to the coconut-flavored meals of the South, Indian food offers an unforgettable taste of the country's vast diversity and culinary mastery. India's food culture has become a significant part of the global culinary landscape. Indian restaurants are found in every major city worldwide, offering a taste of this incredible diversity to people who may never visit India but can still experience its flavors. The impact of Indian cuisine on global food culture is undeniable, and as more people discover its complex and flavorful offerings, the appreciation for India's culinary traditions continues to grow. So, why is it shocking that Indian food is so extraordinary? It's because, through the use of spices, cooking techniques, and cultural traditions, India has shaped a cuisine that is not just about eating. It's about experiencing a rich cultural history, health benefits, and the joy of sharing food with others. Indian food is a living tradition that continues to evolve, and its influence will only continue to grow as people around the world continue to embrace its incredible flavors. Fact number 5. The world's oldest continuous civilization. India is home to one of the world's oldest continuous civilizations, the Indus Valley Civilization, which dates back to 3300 BCE. This ancient civilization, often regarded as one of the most advanced of its time, thrived in the Indus River Valley, covering parts of present-day India and Pakistan. The civilization is known for its impressive cities like Harappa and Mohenjo-Daro, where archaeologists have uncovered some of the earliest signs of urban planning and advanced infrastructure. What makes the Indus Valley Civilization truly remarkable is how far ahead of its time it was. The people of this civilization had mastered many aspects of daily life long before the famous ancient cultures of Greece, Rome, or Egypt. They built cities with straight streets, sophisticated drainage systems, and well-planned layouts that allowed for easy movement and access to water. Their homes were often made from uniform brick sizes, showing an early understanding of construction that would become a hallmark of future civilizations. One of the most astounding aspects of the Indus Valley Civilization is its writing system, which remains one of the great unsolved mysteries of archaeology. The Indus people developed a script that was used on seals, pottery, and other artifacts. Unfortunately, despite many efforts, the script has never been fully deciphered, leaving us with only clues to their advanced level of communication. What we do know is that they were able to record important information, much like we do today with written language, suggesting a highly organized society. In addition to their advances in urban planning and writing, the people of the Indus Valley civilization were also pioneers in trade. They had a sophisticated economy, which involved the trade of goods like cotton, jewelry, and precious stones. Evidence shows that they traded with civilizations as far away as Mesopotamia, and their goods were highly valued in distant lands. The fact that these ancient people were able to establish such far-reaching trade networks is yet another example of their forward-thinking nature. The Indus Valley people also had a remarkable understanding of agriculture. They were among the first to cultivate crops like wheat, barley, and cotton, which formed the backbone of their economy. Their ability to manage irrigation systems helped them grow crops in regions that would have otherwise been too dry, allowing them to sustain large populations. What's truly shocking about the Indus Valley civilization is how much it achieved long before the ancient Greeks and Romans. While civilizations like Greece and Rome are often credited with laying the foundations of modern Western society, the Indus Valley had already established many of the key elements of urban life thousands of years earlier. The Indus people had their own form of government, trade networks, and writing, all of which would later be adopted and adapted by other cultures. Their cities were well planned, their society was organized, and they understood the importance of trade, agriculture, and communication long before many of the civilizations that followed. But despite its many achievements, the Indus Valley civilization eventually declined around 1900 BCE, and its people mysteriously disappeared from the historical record. The reasons for this decline are still debated by scholars, with theories ranging from climate change and environmental shifts to invasions by outside forces. However, what remains clear is that the legacy of the Indus Valley civilization is deeply embedded in the cultural and historical fabric of India. It laid the foundation for many of the practices, ideas, and innovations that would shape the Indian subcontinent for thousands of years. India's place as the home of the world's oldest continuous civilization is not only a matter of historical pride, it is also a testament to the country's enduring influence on human society. The Indus Valley civilization is just one example of the many ancient cultures that have shaped India into the diverse and complex nation it is today. From the ancient Vedic traditions to the rich cultural heritage that continues to thrive in India's modern cities, the echoes of this ancient civilization can still be felt in every corner of the country. The shocking part of India's ancient past is how much we still don't know. While many of the world's ancient civilizations have been extensively studied and understood, the Indus Valley civilization remains elusive, with many of its secrets still hidden beneath the surface. Imagine a civilization that achieved so much: urban planning, trade, and communication, yet left behind so few records. The mystery of their rise and fall only adds to the intrigue and allure of India's history. India's claim to having the world's oldest continuous civilization is not just a historical fact. It's a profound part of the country's identity. The Indus Valley civilization serves as a reminder that India's influence on the world goes back thousands of years. Despite the passage of time, the achievements of this civilization continue to shape India's cultural and historical legacy. From its early innovations in writing, trade, and urban development, India's ancient past is a testament to the enduring strength and creativity of its people. Fact Number 6. India's rich historical sites. India is a treasure trove of historical monuments and architectural wonders, many of which have stood for centuries. From ancient temples to grand palaces, India's landscapes are dotted with structures that carry stories of bygone eras. The Taj Mahal, the Qutub Minar, and Persepolis are just a few of the iconic landmarks that showcase India's rich history. These architectural marvels do not just serve as tourist destinations. They are windows into the country's cultural, spiritual, and historical journey. Each one holds a story, a chapter of India's incredible past that still resonates today. The Taj Mahal, perhaps the most famous of all, is a symbol of eternal love. Located in Agra, this white marble mausoleum was built by the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan in memory of his beloved wife Mumtaz Mahal. Its breathtaking beauty and intricate design, including stunning carvings and reflecting pools, have made it one of the 7 wonders of the world. But beyond its beauty, the Taj Mahal represents the immense love and dedication of an emperor who built it as a tribute to the woman he cherished. The story behind the Taj Mahal adds depth to its grandeur, making it more than just a monument. It's a symbol of enduring love. The Qutub Minar, located in Delhi, is another architectural gem that tells a different but equally fascinating story. Standing at 73 meters tall, the Qutub Minar is the tallest brick minaret in the world and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Built in the 12th century by the Delhi Sultanate, it marks the beginning of Muslim rule in India. The Qutub Minar is not just a remarkable feat of engineering, but also a symbol of India's cultural diversity. Over time, it has come to represent the blending of different cultures and religions, as its construction combines elements of Islamic and Indian architecture. The intricate carvings and inscriptions on the minaret also provide a glimpse into the political and cultural history of the time, making it one of India's most important historical landmarks. Persepolis, though not located directly within India, is often associated with the ancient history of the Indian subcontinent. The ruins of Persepolis, the capital of the Persian Empire, lie in modern-day Iran, but the influence of the Persian Empire reached far into India. The Persian rulers, including Cyrus the Great and Darius the Further, had deep connections with the Indian subcontinent, particularly through trade and cultural exchanges. India's historical sites reflect this long-standing connection with Persia, as many cultural practices and architectural styles were shared across borders. Beyond these famous landmarks, India is home to hundreds of other historical sites that tell the story of its diverse and layered history. Jaipur's Amber Fort, Delhi's Red Fort, Khajuraho's temples, and Hampi's ancient ruins all reflect different aspects of India's past. Each of these monuments was built during different dynasties and under various rulers, showcasing the rich tapestry of India's history. The Chola temples of Tamil Nadu, the Ajanta and Ellora caves in Maharashtra, and the Bodh Gaya in Bihar, where Buddha attained enlightenment, are just a few examples of the diverse spiritual and cultural history that these monuments represent. What makes India's historical sites even more remarkable is their timelessness. These structures have stood through the rise and fall of empires, invasions, and changes in political regimes. Yet, they continue to tell their stories, inspiring awe and curiosity in people from all over the world. The fact that these monuments have survived centuries of history speaks to the incredible craftsmanship, dedication, and vision of the people who built them. They remind us that India's past is not only about the events that took place, but also about the legacy left behind, one that continues to shape the country's identity. The shocking part about these monuments is that they represent more than just architectural beauty. They carry the cultural richness and spiritual depth of India. The Taj Mahal speaks of love. The Qutub Minar represents the intersection of cultures, and the Bodh Gaya stands as a beacon of spiritual awakening. These historical sites tell us that India's greatness lies not just in its size or its people, but in the stories they carry. Stories of love, conquest, faith, and resilience. They serve as reminders that India's history is far from ordinary and that its monuments are not just bricks and stones. They are the very foundation of India's soul. Moreover, these historical sites aren't just for tourists. They are also places of deep cultural and spiritual significance. People travel from across the globe to witness these sights. But for many Indians, these landmarks are part of their daily lives and cultural practices. The Taj Mahal is visited by thousands of people every day, yet it remains a symbol of love and sacrifice for millions of Indians. The Red Fort is a constant reminder of the country's fight for freedom, and the Bodh Gaya remains a place of pilgrimage for Buddhists worldwide. India's rich historical sites are a living testament to the country's deep and diverse cultural roots. They are reminders of the past, but also serve as a bridge to the future. The fact that these monuments still stand today, with their history and stories intact, is a reflection of India's ability to blend tradition with modernity. These sites are not just about preserving history. They are about celebrating it, learning from it, and using it to build a better future. India's historical monuments aren't just relics of the past. They are symbols of the country's resilience, creativity, and unity. Fact number 7. A land of festivals. India is a land of festivals. There's almost always a celebration going on. Whether it's a grand religious festival, a seasonal harvest, or a local cultural event, India's calendar is filled with celebrations. From Diwali, the festival of lights, to Holi, the festival of colors, festivals are an essential part of life in India. They bring people together, regardless of their background, and offer a chance to reconnect with family, friends, and their spiritual beliefs. The most famous of India's festivals is Diwali, which is celebrated by millions of Hindus, Sikhs, Jains, and Buddhists. Diwali is a festival that marks the victory of light over darkness and good over evil. Homes are decorated with oil lamps, diyas, candles, and colorful rangolis, while families come together to share sweets, exchange gifts, and celebrate with prayers and fireworks. The lights and fireworks symbolize the triumph of good and the family gatherings reflect the importance of unity and community in Indian culture. Diwali is not just a religious festival. It's a celebration of life, joy, and new beginnings. Another vibrant and widely celebrated festival is Holi, the festival of colors. Holi is unique because it involves people of all ages throwing colored powder at each other, singing, dancing, and celebrating in the streets. It marks the arrival of spring and the triumph of good over evil, just like Diwali. But what makes Holi truly special is its spirit of fun and unity. For those few days, everything is put aside, differences, disputes, and even social hierarchies, and everyone comes together to enjoy the celebration. The colors symbolize the joy of life and the unity of people regardless of their backgrounds or beliefs. It's a festival of freedom, joy, and togetherness. Apart from these two, India has a vast array of festivals that span the year. Navratri, a 9-night festival dedicated to the goddess Durga, is celebrated with dancing and fasting across the country, particularly in Gujarat and Maharashtra. The lively dance form, known as Garba, fills the streets and temples as people celebrate the power of the divine feminine. Then there's Durga Puja, which is celebrated in West Bengal and marks the victory of the goddess Durga over the demon, Mahishasura. It involves elaborate idol processions, prayers, and feasts, making it one of the most visually stunning festivals in India. In the southern part of India, Onam is a major festival celebrated in Kerala. It is a harvest festival that includes boat races, grand feasts, and floral decorations. It celebrates the homecoming of the mythical king Mahabali and is marked by vibrant processions and performances of Kathakali, a classical dance drama. Similarly, Pongal is celebrated in Tamil Nadu, where people honor the sun god and give thanks for the harvest. This festival is all about gratitude, with families gathering to share a special dish made from the newly harvested rice. Eid is another festival celebrated by millions of Muslims in India, marking the end of Ramadan. It's a time of prayer, reflection, and celebration, with large gatherings at mosques and family feasts. Similarly, Christmas is celebrated across India, especially in states like Goa, Kerala, and parts of northeast India, where churches are decorated and the streets come alive with festive lights. Even the Buddhist community in India celebrates Buddha Purnima, the birth, enlightenment, and death anniversary of Buddha, with prayers, processions, and rituals. What makes these festivals so shocking is the energy, colors, and vibrancy they bring. They are not just days off from work. They are times when people put aside everything else to focus on celebrating life, family, and spirituality. In these festivals, you'll see people wearing their best clothes, singing songs, dancing, and coming together to celebrate with their communities. There is a sense of unity that runs through all of them, a reminder that despite India's vast diversity, people come together in times of celebration to embrace their shared culture, values, and beliefs. India's festivals are also a reflection of its spiritual depth. While each festival has its own specific significance, they all share a common theme: the connection between life, faith, and family. The festivals are deeply rooted in India's religious traditions, whether they are celebrating the victory of good over evil, the changing of seasons, or the honoring of gods and goddesses. They are a time for reflection, gratitude, and renewal. Another unique aspect of these festivals is that they are not limited to just the religious communities they originate from. Many of India's festivals are celebrated by people from all walks of life, regardless of their religion. For example, Diwali, although a Hindu festival, is celebrated by people from different religions and cultural backgrounds. Similarly, Holi, while rooted in Hinduism, is celebrated by people of all faiths who come together to enjoy the fun, the colors, and the sense of unity. The food during festivals is also a key part of the celebration. Every region has its own special dishes that are prepared for festivals. From sweets like gulab jamun and laddus to savory treats like samosas and kachoris. The food during these celebrations is often rich, flavorful, and made with love. The sharing of food during festivals is a way of bonding, of coming together and enjoying the simple pleasures of life. It's a reminder that festivals are not just about religious rituals. They are also about community, joy, and the sharing of good times with those around us. India's festivals are far from just cultural expressions. They are integral parts of life that shape the very identity of the people. They bring families together, create lasting memories, and celebrate the beauty of life. The shock lies in how these festivals transcend generations, uniting people with their deep-rooted spiritual, cultural, and familial traditions. For anyone lucky enough to experience them, India's festivals are a vivid reminder of the country's unity and diversity, and its ability to celebrate life in the most joyful and inclusive way possible. Fact Surrogate 8. The IT powerhouse. India has emerged as a global IT powerhouse, with cities like Bangalore and Hyderabad acting as major hubs for software development and innovation. These cities are home to some of the world's biggest tech companies and startups, making India one of the leading countries in the global technology sector. Known for its skilled workforce and low-cost labor, India has become a key player in the digital age, shaping the future of technology and digital transformation across the globe. What makes India's rise in technology so shocking is that, despite being a country rich in ancient traditions, it has managed to leap into the future and lead in areas like software development, artificial intelligence, AI, cybersecurity, and cloud computing. India's IT sector has not only provided solutions to the local economy, but has also had a profound impact on the world, as Indian tech companies and professionals work with global brands, influencing the entire digital landscape. Bangalore, often called the Silicon Valley of India, is one of the major cities driving India's IT revolution. It is home to many leading global technology companies, including Infosys, Wipro, and Tata Consultancy Services, TCS. These companies provide IT services, outsourcing, and software development solutions to businesses worldwide. In fact, India's IT services industry is one of the largest in the world, generating billions of dollars in revenue every year. This industry has created millions of jobs, not just in big cities like Bangalore, but also in smaller towns and cities across India, providing career opportunities to people from all walks of life. Hyderabad, another key city, is also at the forefront of India's tech growth. Known as the Cyberabad, this city has become a global center for software development and tech innovation. The city is home to major international tech companies like Microsoft, Google, and Amazon, who have set up their research and development centers in Hyderabad. These companies invest heavily in India's tech talent, contributing to the country's position as one of the top outsourcing destinations in the world. Indian software engineers, developers, and IT professionals are highly regarded globally for their skills and expertise in programming, coding, and system development. Despite India's ancient traditions and deep cultural roots, the country has embraced the digital age in remarkable ways. Technology in India is not just limited to large corporations. It has touched nearly every aspect of everyday life. From e-commerce giants like Flipkart and Snapdeal to fintech innovations like Paytm and PhonePe, India's technology sector is booming and is changing how people live and do business. These companies are revolutionizing industries, from banking and retail to healthcare and education, by offering innovative digital solutions. One of the reasons for India's rapid growth in the IT sector is the country's education system. India produces hundreds of thousands of highly trained engineers and software developers each year, many of whom go on to work for global tech giants. The Indian Institutes of Technology, IITs, and other premier universities have established India's reputation for producing top talent in the field of technology. These institutions focus on rigorous academic programs that prepare students for the fast-paced and ever-changing world of IT. What's also remarkable is the role of Indian entrepreneurs in shaping the future of technology. Over the past decade, a new generation of tech entrepreneurs has emerged in India, creating successful startups and innovative tech solutions. The startup ecosystem in India is growing rapidly, with funding pouring in from both Indian investors and global venture capitalists. Many of these startups are focused on solving local problems using technology, from improving education and healthcare to enhancing agriculture and transportation. Indian entrepreneurs are not just making a mark in India. They are taking their solutions to global markets, competing with other tech giants from around the world. The rise of India as an IT powerhouse is also having a significant impact on global digitalization. Indian companies and professionals are helping businesses worldwide transition to digital platforms, optimize their operations, and adopt new technologies. Whether it's cloud computing, data analytics, AI, or blockchain, India's IT talent is leading the charge in innovation. This global reach means that India is shaping the future of technology, driving trends, and influencing how businesses and individuals interact with the digital world. The shocking part of India's success in technology is how quickly it has evolved from a country known for its ancient history and spiritual practices to becoming a global leader in the tech world. India has proven that tradition and modernity can coexist. Its deep cultural roots are still very much a part of daily life, yet the country has adapted to the rapid pace of technological change. The combination of innovation, education, and entrepreneurial spirit has made India one of the most influential countries in the world when it comes to technology. India's rise as an IT powerhouse also shows that the country's potential is limitless. With a large and growing population of young people eager to embrace technology and innovation, India is positioned to continue being a major player in the global digital economy. It has the resources, the talent, and the drive to lead in the technology sector. And as India continues to grow, so too will its impact on the world. In conclusion, India's journey from ancient traditions to technological excellence is truly remarkable. Its position as a global IT powerhouse is a testament to the country's ability to adapt, evolve, and innovate. Despite its rich history and deep cultural roots, India has become a leader in technology, offering some of the world's best IT talent and shaping the future of global digitalization. India's success in the IT sector proves that no matter where a country starts, it can achieve greatness if it embraces change and focuses on innovation. Fact number 9. India's space program. India's space agency, ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, has made groundbreaking achievements, one of the most impressive being a successful mission to Mars. India's Mars Orbiter mission, Mangalyaan, launched in 2013, made India the first Asian country to reach Mars and the fourth space agency globally to achieve this milestone. The mission was a remarkable feat, especially considering that India accomplished this at a fraction of the cost compared to other countries. While nations like the United States and Russia have spent billions of dollars on their space programs, ISRO's Mars mission cost only about $74 million, far less than the $671 million spent by NASA on their similar mission. This remarkable achievement shows the world that ingenuity and determination can overcome even the most significant resource limitations. The shocking part about India's space program is how it has managed to achieve such extraordinary results, with limited resources. In many countries, space exploration is often seen as a luxury, requiring huge budgets and advanced technology. Yet, India, with a fraction of the funding that other space agencies have, has been able to innovate and make significant strides in space exploration. This highlights the ingenuity and resourcefulness of ISRO, as well as the determination of the Indian scientists who are making their mark on the global stage. In a country where poverty and infrastructure challenges often take center stage, India's space program shows that creativity and vision can drive success against all odds. The Mars mission was just one of many successes for ISRO. Over the years, the organization has launched numerous satellites into space, contributing to various fields such as telecommunications, weather forecasting, and Earth observation. In fact, India holds the record for launching the highest number of satellites on a single rocket, a record achieved in 2017, when 104 satellites were launched in one go, surpassing the previous record of 37 satellites. This achievement demonstrated not only ISRO's technological capabilities, but also its ability to streamline its operations to deliver impressive results. What makes India's space program even more remarkable is how it has used its space expertise to benefit the country in practical ways. Many of the satellites launched by ISRO have contributed to improving communication networks, enhancing agricultural productivity, and even helping in disaster management. For example, ISRO's Indian National Satellite System, INSAT, provides communication links across India, supporting broadcasting, telecommunications, and weather-related activities. The satellites have also played a key role in monitoring environmental changes, predicting cyclones, and helping farmers by providing weather forecasts tailored to different regions. ISRO's work isn't just limited to Earth observation. The organization has also made significant progress in the field of interplanetary exploration. After the success of the Mars mission, ISRO's next ambitious project was the Chandrayaan-2 mission, which aimed to land on the Moon. Although the mission's lander didn't succeed in landing, it was a historic effort, marking India's continued commitment to space exploration. The orbiter, however, is still functioning and sending back valuable data, proving that ISRO is always learning and improving its technology for future missions. This mission, along with ISRO's previous achievements, shows India's willingness to aim for the stars, literally and figuratively. ISRO's success has also made a significant impact on India's global standing in the field of space technology. The organization has established international partnerships with countries like the United States, Russia, France, and Israel, to name a few. ISRO has become a trusted partner for countries looking to launch satellites, and its commercial arm, Antrix Corporation, has helped India earn millions of dollars by launching satellites for other countries. In 2019, ISRO launched the Cartosat-3, which was used for high-resolution imaging and had customers from several other nations, cementing India's position as a leader in affordable space services. What is most shocking about India's space program is how much ISRO has achieved with limited resources and minimal publicity. While countries like the United States and Russia often dominate the headlines with their space explorations, ISRO has quietly and steadily proven that innovation does not require endless funding. It proves that the ability to dream big, work smart, and collaborate can lead to outstanding results, even in the face of limited budgets. India's remarkable success in space exploration is a shining example of how determination, ingenuity, and hard work can lead to extraordinary achievements. ISRO's ability to reach for the stars despite its challenges offers inspiration not only for the people of India, but for the rest of the world. It shows that countries with limited resources can still compete on the global stage and achieve greatness through innovation, perseverance, and a willingness to take risks. In conclusion, India's space program is more than just about space missions. It represents the country's ambition, vision, and resilience. The success of ISRO demonstrates that even in a world where space exploration is often associated with the wealthiest and most advanced nations, India has proven that it's possible to make a global impact with creativity and determination. From its groundbreaking Mars mission to its ability to launch multiple satellites in a single rocket, ISRO continues to inspire and challenge the world to dream bigger and aim higher. Fact: Year 10. India's linguistic diversity. India is the most linguistically diverse country in the world, with over 1,600 languages spoken across its vast landscape. This sheer number of languages is astounding, and it reflects India's rich cultural, heritage, and historical complexity. From the northern regions to the southern tip, from the eastern and western states, India's linguistic variety is as vast as its geography. Hindi is the most spoken language, but it's only one among many. Each region in India has its own local languages and dialects, making India's linguistic diversity not just impressive, but incredibly unique. What's truly shocking about India's linguistic diversity is the extent to which people can speak and understand completely different languages as they travel from one state to another. India is a country where you could cross state borders and encounter languages that sound nothing like the ones you just left behind. Despite the differences, however, there is still a strong sense of unity that ties people together. The ability of so many different language groups to coexist in such close proximity without any widespread conflict is a testament to the tolerance and adaptability of Indian society. The most widely spoken language in India is Hindi, which serves as one of the country's official languages. It is spoken by about 40% of the population, but that leaves a huge portion of the population speaking something entirely different. Bengali, Telugu, Marathi, Tamil, and Urdu are some of the other major languages spoken by millions of people across different states. And beyond these, India also boasts hundreds of regional languages that are used by smaller communities but are no less important to the people who speak them. For example, Gujarati, Punjabi, and Odia are all languages that represent specific cultural identities and are spoken with pride by millions. Each language in India has its own rich literary traditions, cultural references, and ways of expressing ideas. Hindi literature has produced poets and authors who have shaped Indian culture, while Tamil, one of the oldest languages in the world, has an incredibly rich literary history stretching back over 2 millennia. In the Bengali language, the world-renowned poet Rabindranath Tagore made his mark, and Punjabi has its own music, poetry, and literature that have had a significant impact on Indian music and film. Even languages with fewer speakers, such as Kashmiri and Assamese, have their own deep-rooted cultural histories and are vital to the communities that use them. The diversity doesn't end with the spoken languages. India also has multiple scripts for its languages. While Devanagari is used for writing Hindi, other languages use scripts like Bengali, Tamil, Telugu, Gujarati, and Kannada. This script diversity adds another layer of complexity and richness to India's language landscape. It's not just about what people speak, but also about how they write and express themselves. These different scripts and styles contribute to India's identity and heritage, offering a glimpse into the country's diverse cultural traditions. What makes this linguistic diversity even more remarkable is that, despite having so many languages, Hindi and English have been adopted as the official languages for communication in government and education. English, especially, serves as a bridge for people from different linguistic backgrounds to interact, do business, and study together. Bilingualism is common in India. Many people speak their native language at home, but they also learn Hindi and English, which enables them to interact across regions. In daily life, language plays a central role in shaping a person's identity and sense of belonging. It's often the first way people connect with one another, and it is a key part of family life, education, and religion. People from different regions often bond through shared languages, even when they are geographically distant from one another. In the workplace, many Indians are fluent in several languages, allowing them to easily switch between their regional language, Hindi, and English depending on the context. This multilingualism is an incredible skill that many Indians take for granted, but it's a source of pride and practicality in a country as linguistically diverse as India. The shocking part of India's linguistic diversity is not just the number of languages, but also how people navigate them in daily life. Imagine traveling across India, and in each state, the language changes entirely. Yet, no matter where you go, people find a way to communicate and understand one another, often by using English as a common language or switching between different Indian languages. This adaptability is a testament to the country's unity despite its linguistic diversity. Moreover, regional languages are not just limited to conversation. They are celebrated in festivals, performing arts, and media. The film industries in various regional languages, such as Bollywood in Hindi, Collywood in Tamil, Tollywood in Telugu, and Mollywood in Malayalam, all have large followings, both within India and internationally. Regional television shows, literature, and music play a vital role in preserving local culture and maintaining the uniqueness of each language. Even though Hindi dominates national media, regional languages continue to thrive, keeping local traditions alive. India's linguistic diversity is not just a number to be marveled at. It's a living, breathing reflection of the country's history, culture, and unity. The ability of millions of people to speak different languages, yet come together as one nation, is a powerful reminder of India's strength. In a world where linguistic divisions often cause conflict, India stands as a shining example of how multilingualism can be a source of strength, not division. It's a testament to how a country can be united through its differences and celebrate them rather than let them divide the people. The vast diversity of languages in India is a key factor in the country's unity and diversity, a central theme of Indian identity. Fact Number 11. The influence of Bollywood. India's film industry produces more films than Hollywood and is a cultural force not just in India, but all over the world. Each year, Bollywood churns out over 1,500 films, making it the largest film industry in the world. outpacing Hollywood in terms of the sheer number of films produced. Bollywood films are known for their vibrant music, dance sequences, and emotional storytelling, drawing millions of viewers worldwide. What makes Bollywood so influential is not just the quantity of films, but the deep cultural connections these movies have to the lives of those who watch them. Bollywood films have a unique place in Indian society and culture. They reflect the dreams, hopes, struggles, and emotions of the people, and at their core, these films explore themes that resonate with a wide audience. Love, family, society, and relationships are central themes in Bollywood movies, and they often explore these concepts in ways that are relatable and emotionally engaging. Whether it's the drama of a romantic storyline, the challenges of family dynamics, or the portrayal of social issues, Bollywood films have a way of connecting people across generations and geographical boundaries. One of the most shocking aspects of Bollywood's influence is the way it has shaped India's cultural identity. Bollywood films often showcase traditional Indian values, like the importance of family bonds, respect for elders, and the idea of sacrifice for the greater good. These values are deeply embedded in the daily lives of Indian people, and Bollywood films have been instrumental in keeping these cultural norms alive, while also pushing the boundaries of what is socially accepted. For example, many Bollywood films have explored themes of gender equality, women's empowerment, and social justice, making them not just a source of entertainment but also a platform for social change. Bollywood's influence is not limited to India alone. The films have found a global audience, especially in countries with large Indian diasporas like the United States, United Kingdom, Canada, and Middle Eastern countries. In places like Africa, Russia, and Southeast Asia, Bollywood has also gained significant popularity, where people are drawn to the colorful spectacle and emotional storytelling. This global reach has made Bollywood a key part of India's soft power, helping to shape how the world views Indian culture. Bollywood's impact is felt not just through its movies but through its music, fashion, and dance, which have become synonymous with Indian culture on the global stage. What's even more remarkable is that Bollywood has become a cultural connector between generations, especially within Indian families. For many young Indians living abroad, Bollywood films serve as a cultural bridge to their roots. They help them stay connected to their Indian identity, while also being a source of entertainment and shared experience with family members. Songs from Bollywood movies are often sung at weddings, family gatherings, and parties, creating a sense of unity and belonging. For older generations, Bollywood offers a glimpse of the past, with many films preserving traditional values, customs, and fashion from different eras. Bollywood has also played a crucial role in transforming the global perception of India. Before the rise of Bollywood's international fame, many people around the world only knew India through the lens of poverty, and colonial history. But Bollywood movies have shown the world a different side of India: its colorful diversity, rich culture, spiritual depth, and growing modernity. Through Bollywood, people around the world have come to see India as a dynamic country, one that blends tradition and modernity in a unique way. The portrayal of Indian cities with their dazzling markets, busy streets, and vibrant cultures has made people see India as a place of energy, creativity, and hope. However, the global influence of Bollywood is not just about showing a glamorous version of India, it also reflects the realities of modern-day India. Bollywood films often tackle social issues such as corruption, inequality, poverty, and political unrest, which are very much part of life in the country. These films often bring attention to issues that might not be discussed openly in society, but are central to the everyday lives of millions of people. The ability of Bollywood to address these serious issues while also offering entertainment and hope is part of its universal appeal. Perhaps the most shocking thing about Bollywood's influence is how it has managed to remain relevant over the decades. While many film industries come and go, Bollywood continues to grow and adapt to changing tastes, technologies, and global trends. The rise of digital platforms like Netflix and Amazon Prime Video has opened up Bollywood films to an even wider global audience, while Indian filmmakers continue to push the boundaries of what is possible in terms of storytelling, visuals, and technology. Bollywood has embraced the latest film techniques, from high-quality CGI effects to intricate soundtracks, making its films stand out in a crowded global market. Bollywood is not just about entertainment. It's a vital part of India's cultural fabric and has become a global force that connects millions of people worldwide. Its influence goes far beyond the screen, shaping how India is perceived, connecting generations, and reflecting the diverse experiences and struggles of Indian society. Bollywood's ability to blend tradition, innovation, and social relevance has made it a cultural powerhouse that continues to captivate audiences worldwide. The emotional depth, dazzling visuals, and universal themes in Bollywood films will ensure that this cultural phenomenon remains an essential part of India's legacy for generations to come. Fact: Dirvat 12. India's contribution to science. India has made significant contributions to global science, particularly in mathematics, astronomy, and medicine. Many of the groundbreaking concepts that form the foundation of modern science were first discovered or developed by Indian scholars thousands of years ago. In fact, India's contributions to the world of science are not just impressive, they are revolutionary. The decimal system, 0, and the concept of infinity are just a few examples of how India has shaped the course of scientific progress. The decimal system we use today is based on the ancient Indian Hindu-Arabic numeral system, which was first introduced by Indian mathematicians around 500 AD. This system revolutionized mathematics and made complex calculations much easier. The idea of breaking numbers into units, tens, hundreds, and so on laid the foundation for modern arithmetic. The importance of this system cannot be overstated, as it forms the basis of everything from basic addition and subtraction to advanced computer programming. But perhaps the most significant contribution India made to mathematics is the concept of zero. The concept of zero, as both a placeholder and a number in its own right, was first introduced by Indian mathematician Brahmagupta in the 7th century. Prior to this, no civilization had a symbol for the number 0, which made arithmetic difficult and cumbersome. Brahmagupta's work on zero allowed for more complex calculations and made possible many of the mathematical breakthroughs that came after, including algebra, calculus, and even modern computing. In fact, without zero, modern science as we know it would not exist. India's contribution to infinity is also a remarkable achievement. Indian scholars were among the first to explore the idea of infinity in a mathematical context. The concept of limitless numbers and the ability to represent something that had no end was first developed in ancient India, long before it was formalized in the Western world. Indian mathematicians like Aryabhata and Bhaskara contributed to the development of mathematical concepts that laid the groundwork for calculus. Their work on infinite series and trigonometric functions paved the way for later mathematical discoveries, and these ideas continue to shape modern science today. In the field of astronomy, ancient Indian scholars made some of the most advanced discoveries of their time. Aryabhata, one of India's greatest mathematicians and astronomers, proposed that the Earth was round and rotated on its axis, an idea that was far ahead of its time. He also correctly described the cause of eclipses and calculated the length of the solar year with impressive accuracy. The Indian calendar system, which is based on precise astronomical observations, is still used in many parts of India today for religious and cultural events. Indian astronomers also developed complex models of the solar system and the universe, centuries before Western scholars did. The Surya Siddhanta, an ancient Indian text on astronomy, provided accurate calculations of celestial movements, the timing of eclipses, and the positions of planets. This system of astronomy laid the foundation for later scientific advancements in space exploration and astrophysics. In fact, India's ancient knowledge of the cosmos is still relevant today, as modern Indian astronomers continue to make significant discoveries in the field. India's contributions to medicine are equally impressive. Ayurveda, one of the world's oldest systems of medicine, has been practiced in India for over 5,000 years. Ayurveda emphasizes the balance of the body's energies, known as doshas, and uses natural treatments to maintain health and prevent disease. Many of the concepts in Ayurveda, such as the use of herbs and dietary adjustments, have influenced modern medicine, especially in the field of holistic health. Today, Ayurveda is practiced worldwide and continues to offer valuable insights into maintaining a healthy lifestyle. In addition to Ayurveda, India has made significant contributions to the development of surgical techniques. The ancient Indian surgeon Sushruta, known as the father of surgery, is believed to have performed complex surgeries, including plastic surgery and cataract surgery, as early as the 6th century BCE. His work was recorded in the Sushruta Samhita, a medical text that describes more than 300 surgical procedures and over 120 surgical instruments. Sushruta's contributions to the field of surgery were groundbreaking, and his methods continue to influence modern surgical practices. The shocking part of India's contributions to science is not just the complexity and depth of its discoveries, but the fact that many of these innovations were made centuries ago, long before the scientific revolutions that took place in the West. India's ancient scholars were not just experimenting with ideas, they were developing scientific principles that would later shape the modern world. Despite being known for its ancient traditions and rich cultural heritage, India has played an integral role in shaping the course of global science. India's influence on modern science is still felt today. The Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, has made significant strides in space exploration, including successful missions to Mars and the Moon, showcasing India's commitment to technological advancement. In medicine, India is a global leader in pharmaceuticals, with its drug companies supplying affordable medicines to people around the world. Indian scientists and researchers continue to make breakthroughs in fields like biotechnology, renewable energy, and artificial intelligence, proving that the spirit of innovation is alive and well in India. India's contribution to global science is vast and deeply influential. The decimal system, 0, infinity, and the advancements in astronomy and medicine were all shaped by ancient Indian scholars whose ideas have impacted not only India but the entire world. The achievements of India's ancient scientists continue to inspire and inform modern scientific thought, and their legacy remains an essential part of the history of science. It's shocking to think that a country so deeply connected to its past has played such a vital role in the future of science and technology. Fact Year 13. India's beautiful landscape. India's landscapes offer incredible diversity and beauty, ranging from the towering Himalayas in the north to the serene backwaters of Kerala in the south. The country's vast size and varied geography make it one of the most ecologically diverse places on Earth. Whether you're an avid trekker, a beach lover, or someone who enjoys exploring mountains, India has something for everyone. It's natural. Beauty is not just in its famous landmarks, but in the quiet corners, hidden valleys, and tranquil spots that few people know about. The Himalayas, often referred to as the roof of the world, are perhaps the most iconic part of India's landscape. Stretching across the northern border of the country, these mountains are not only stunning in their beauty, but also significant in terms of spirituality and culture. The Himalayas are home to some of the world's highest peaks, including Mount Everest, which, though technically in Nepal, is part of the Himalayan range. Trekking through these towering mountains is a dream for many adventure seekers. The Himalayas offer everything from trekking trails like the Chadar Trek, a winter walk over an ice-covered river, to more relaxing experiences, like visiting the Sacred towns of Haridwar and Rishikesh, known for their peaceful atmosphere and spiritual significance. The region is also rich in wildlife, including species like the snow leopard, Tibetan wolf, and the Himalayan brown bear, making it a fascinating destination for nature enthusiasts. Moving south, India's landscape changes dramatically as you enter the plains and deserts of Rajasthan. The Thar Desert offers a stark contrast to the lush greenery of the north. In Rajasthan, you can experience camel rides, desert safaris, and even spend the night under the stars in a traditional desert camp. The golden sands and rugged terrain create a dramatic backdrop for the beautiful forts and palaces, making Rajasthan a must-visit destination for those interested in culture, history, and adventure. In stark contrast to the desert is the region of Kerala in the south. Known for its lush greenery and backwaters, Kerala's landscape is peaceful and serene. The backwaters of Kerala are a network of canals, rivers, and lakes that stretch along the coast. Visitors can take boat rides in traditional houseboats, enjoying the beautiful scenery, watching birds, and experiencing the slow-paced village life that defines Kerala's charm. Kerala's tropical climate, beautiful beaches, and dense rainforests make it an ideal destination for those seeking tranquility, beauty, and adventure all in one. The backwaters, in particular, offer a sense of calm and isolation that you can't find in most other places. In addition to these two extreme landscapes, India is home to countless national parks and wildlife sanctuaries, each offering something unique. The Sundarbans, the world's largest mangrove forest, is home to the Bengal tiger and a variety of other animals. The Jim Corbett National Park, located in the foothills of the Himalayas, is known for its efforts in tiger conservation. Visitors can go on safaris to catch a glimpse of India's majestic wildlife, including tigers, elephants, and leopards. The Western Ghats, a mountain range that runs parallel to India's western coast, is known for its rich biodiversity and is recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. These mountains are home to numerous species of plants, animals, and birds, making them a paradise for nature lovers. India also offers some of the most beautiful beaches in the world. While many people flock to the beaches of Goa, lesser-known beaches in places like Andaman and Nicobar Islands or Varkala in Kerala offer a quieter and more relaxed experience. These beaches have pristine white sands, clear turquoise waters, and lush greenery, making them perfect for those seeking a peaceful escape. Whether you're looking to swim, surf, or simply relax in the sun, India's beaches offer a diverse range of options. The Andaman Islands in particular are known for their coral reefs, which are perfect for snorkeling and diving. One of the most stunning aspects of India's landscape is its diversity. You can travel from the snow-capped peaks of the Himalayas to the sun-kissed beaches of Goa, and in just a few hours you could be walking through the dense rainforests of Kerala or enjoying a desert safari in Rajasthan. Whether you're hiking, trekking, or relaxing by the beach, India's natural beauty has something for every type of traveler. What makes India's landscapes truly shocking is the vast range of experiences you can have within one country. Where else can you trek through the Himalayas, explore dense forests, spend the night in a desert, and relax on tropical beaches, all in one trip? India offers an incredible variety of landscapes and climates, allowing travelers to experience everything, from the harsh cold of the north to the warm humidity of the south. The country's natural beauty is as diverse as its people, offering something unique for every traveler. Moreover, India's landscapes are steeped in history. Many of its natural wonders are linked to ancient myths and legends. For example, the Ganges River, one of the holiest rivers in India, is not only a geographical feature but also a spiritual symbol for millions of people. The Himalayan ranges are seen as sacred by many, and the Kerala backwaters have been the lifeblood of local communities for centuries. In conclusion, India's landscapes are not just about beauty. They are a reflection of the country's cultural richness, spiritual depth, and historical significance. Whether you're exploring the mountainous regions, wandering through the deserts, cruising the backwaters, or lounging on tropical beaches, India offers a landscape for every traveler, with something new to discover at every turn. The sheer diversity of its natural wonders makes India a place of endless exploration and adventure, with a landscape that truly captures the essence of the country's spirit and identity. Fact 14. The spiritual heart of the world, India, has been a center for spiritual awakening for centuries, attracting millions of spiritual seekers from across the globe. Its vast traditions of Hinduism, Buddhism, Sikhism, and other religions have created a land where sacred sites like Varanasi, Rishikesh, and Amritsar are considered to be some of the most spiritually powerful places on Earth. These places are not just tourist destinations. They are deeply revered by those on a path to self-realization and inner peace. India offers a unique opportunity for those looking for spiritual growth and enlightenment, providing teachings that have been passed down through generations for thousands of years. One of the most famous spiritual destinations in India is Varanasi, often referred to as the spiritual capital of India. Situated on the banks of the sacred Ganges River, Varanasi is one of the oldest continually inhabited cities in the world, and a place where millions of Hindus come to bathe in the holy river to cleanse themselves of sins. It is believed that dying in Varanasi, or even being cremated there, guarantees liberation from the cycle of life and death. The Ghats, steps leading down to the river, are filled with pilgrims, yogis, and sadhus, holy men, who come to practice their spiritual rituals. The atmosphere in Varanasi is charged with spirituality. The chanting of prayers, the sounds of temple bells, and the sight of offering prayers to the Ganges create an environment that deeply impacts anyone who visits. Another spiritual destination that draws people from all over the world is Rishikesh, located in the foothills of the Himalayas. Known as the yoga capital of the world, Rishikesh is where many spiritual seekers come to learn yoga, meditation, and spiritual teachings. The city is surrounded by the natural beauty of the mountains and the flowing Ganges River, which adds to the peaceful atmosphere. Rishikesh is home to some of the most famous ashrams, spiritual retreats, such as the Parmarth Niketan and Sivananda Ashram, where people come to deepen their spiritual practices. It's also the place where the legendary Beatles visited in the 1960s, making it a place of global spiritual significance. The yoga retreats and spiritual courses held in Rishikesh draw not only people from India but from every corner of the world, offering ancient wisdom on how to achieve inner peace and self-realization. Amritsar, the spiritual center for Sikhism, is another incredible destination for spiritual seekers. The Golden Temple, also known as the Harmandir Sahib, is one of the holiest sites for Sikhs and attracts millions of visitors each year. This temple is not just an architectural marvel, but a place of deep spiritual energy. Visitors from all faiths are welcome to visit the temple, and many take part in the free community kitchen, langar, where meals are served to thousands of people every day, regardless of their background or religion. The Golden Temple symbolizes the core Sikh values of equality, service, and devotion to God. The spiritual practices here focus on the simplicity of life, devotion to service, and the importance of meditation and prayer. What is truly shocking about India's spiritual legacy is the way its spiritual practices have withstood the test of time and still hold incredible relevance in today's fast-paced, modern world. In a world where people often seek quick fixes for their problems, whether through material success, superficial experiences, or instant gratification, India's spiritual teachings offer a path that is based on long-term self-growth, inner peace, and self-awareness. While many people around the world struggle with stress, anxiety, and the pressures of modern life, India's spiritual practices offer profound wisdom on how to deal with these emotions and attain a sense of calm and balance. Indian spiritual practices are not just about rituals or religion. They are about self-realization and understanding one's place in the universe. The core of India's spiritual traditions revolves around the idea of oneness with the universe, inner awakening, and the connection between the mind, body, and spirit. Practices such as meditation, yoga, and prayer are designed to help individuals quiet their minds, center themselves, and connect with something greater than themselves. India's teachings on mindfulness and self-discipline have influenced modern mental health practices and wellness movements worldwide. People often come to India seeking peace and clarity, and they leave with a deeper understanding of themselves and a more meaningful sense of connection with the world around them. What makes India's spiritual culture even more shocking is its accessibility. These teachings are not just reserved for a few select individuals or communities. In India, spirituality is inclusive, welcoming people from all walks of life, regardless of their background or beliefs. Anyone can walk into a temple, ashram, or sacred site and experience the profound sense of peace and serenity that these places offer. It's not about dogma or exclusivity. It's about providing a universal experience of spiritual awakening that transcends language, culture, and geography. In today's world, where many people are constantly looking for quick fixes to their problems, India's spiritual practices offer a much-needed reminder of the importance of inner growth and self-awareness. The idea of connecting with one's true self and finding peace within, rather than seeking external sources of happiness or validation, is at the core of India's spiritual teachings. These practices offer not just temporary relief from stress, but long-term well-being, something that cannot be found in quick solutions or temporary distractions. India's role as the spiritual heart of the world is undeniable. From the ancient teachings of yoga and meditation to the profound spiritual experiences found at sacred sites like Varanasi, Rishikesh, and Amritsar, India has shaped the spiritual landscape for generations. The fact that India continues to be a beacon of spiritual wisdom in a modern world obsessed with speed, materialism, and instant gratification is both remarkable and inspiring. India's spiritual practices offer profound insights into self-realization, inner peace, and the deeper truths of life. This spiritual legacy, which has been passed down through millennia, continues to offer timeless wisdom for those seeking meaning and tranquility in their lives. Fact 15. India's economic growth. Despite the many challenges India has faced over the years, it is now recognized as one of the fastest-growing economies in the world. Over the past few decades, the country has experienced a significant transformation, moving from being primarily an agricultural-based economy to one that is rapidly industrializing and developing its service sectors. India's economy is booming, with a growing middle class, a thriving technology sector, and an increasingly influential presence on the global business stage. This rapid growth is not just about numbers. It's reshaping the economic landscape and making India a major player in the global economy. What's truly shocking is how quickly India has evolved into an economic powerhouse. For much of its history, India was considered a developing nation, struggling with issues like poverty, poor infrastructure, and limited access to education. However, India's economic liberalization in the early 1990s marked a turning point. After opening its markets to global trade and investment, India began to experience a rapid transformation. The country's GDP has been consistently growing, with India now being the fifth largest economy in the world by nominal GDP. It has become a hub for foreign direct investment, FDI, and is home to a booming tech industry that competes with the best in the world. One of the driving forces behind India's economic success is the rise of the middle class, which is expanding at a pace that is unmatched in any other country. Today, India has a consumer market of over 1.3 billion people, making it one of the largest in the world. With the growing middle class comes a rise in disposable income, leading to an increase in consumer demand for products and services. This has attracted global businesses to India, with multinational companies setting up offices and manufacturing units in cities like Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Mumbai. The increase in demand for goods and services has spurred growth in sectors such as retail, automobiles, construction, and financial services, creating millions of jobs and improving the standard of living for many. Another factor contributing to India's economic growth is its thriving technology sector. India is home to some of the world's largest tech companies, including Infosys, Tata Consultancy Services, TCS, and Wipro. These companies have become global leaders in IT services, software development, and outsourcing. India's skilled workforce, particularly in engineering, computer science, and mathematics, has allowed the country to become a leader in software development and cybersecurity. Cities like Bangalore and Hyderabad have been dubbed the Silicon Valley of India, attracting talent and investment from all over the world. The growth of the IT industry has not only boosted India's economy but has also positioned it as a global technology hub, with Indian startups and entrepreneurs making waves in areas such as artificial intelligence, AI, fintech, and blockchain. India's economic rise has also been fueled by domestic consumption and export growth. The country is one of the largest markets for consumer goods and services, and its export industry has been steadily growing. India is a major exporter of textiles, chemicals, pharmaceuticals, and machinery, and its services sector, including IT services, business process outsourcing, BPO, and education, has become a major contributor to the economy. Indian companies are expanding globally, with Indian brands like Tata, Mahindra, and Reliance establishing themselves as significant players on the world stage. However, India's economic success has not been without challenges. The country still faces issues like poverty, income inequality, unemployment, and poor infrastructure in certain regions. Despite these challenges, India's government has worked to improve its economic environment through reforms like Make in India, which encourages local manufacturing, and Digital India, which aims to increase internet access and digital literacy across the country. These initiatives have helped foster an environment that supports growth and innovation, especially in the technology and entrepreneurship sectors. One of the most shocking aspects of India's economic growth is how it has managed to rise to global prominence despite these challenges. Unlike many other developing nations, India has not relied on aid or foreign loans to fuel its growth. Instead, it has built its economy through self-sufficiency, entrepreneurship, and innovation. Indian businesses have embraced global opportunities, with Indian companies competing head-to-head with multinational corporations in various sectors. India's entrepreneurial spirit has played a key role in this success, with many startups emerging across the country, particularly in cities like Delhi, Bangalore, and Mumbai. The country's startup ecosystem is one of the fastest growing in the world, and its tech incubators and venture capital firms are supporting the next generation of innovators. India's economic growth is also reshaping the global economy. As a global economic powerhouse, India has become a significant player in international trade, investment, and geopolitics. The country's influence in the World Trade Organization, WTO, and other international bodies is growing, and it is increasingly seen as a key partner for countries around the world. India's growing middle class and consumer market have attracted businesses from all over the globe, and its technological advancements are driving global digital transformation. India's economic growth is nothing short of remarkable. From a country once known for its poverty and challenges, India has risen to become a global leader in the fields of technology, entrepreneurship, and manufacturing. The country's booming middle class, thriving tech sector, and increasing global influence are reshaping the world's economic future. The shocking part is that India, with all its diversity and complexity, is no longer just a developing country. It is a force to be reckoned with on the world stage. As India continues to grow, it will play a key role in shaping the global economy for generations to come. India is a land of endless contradictions, a place where ancient wisdom and modern innovation live side by side. From its rich historical past, deeply rooted in tradition, to its rapidly growing economy and technological advancements, India constantly defies expectations. The 15 facts we've uncovered are just the tip of the iceberg. They show India as a vibrant, diverse, and ever-evolving nation that continues to influence the world in ways that many don't fully realize. Whether it's the nation's spiritual depth, its technological advancements, or its cultural influence, India is a place where every corner offers something new to discover. India's journey from ancient civilization to global powerhouse is nothing short of remarkable. The country has always been a symbol of resilience and adaptability, embracing its roots while continuing to grow and evolve. As it moves forward, it faces challenges but also sees incredible opportunities. India's diversity is its strength, and it's this very diversity that makes the country so special and unique. From the mountainous north to the tropical south, from the bustling cities to the peaceful countryside, India never ceases to surprise and inspire. If these 15 facts have changed the way you see India, then it's time to share this documentary with others. Let's break the myths and celebrate the true India, the India that blends the ancient and the modern, the traditional and the innovative. Share this with friends, family, and fellow travelers who are eager to learn more about this extraordinary country. Let's continue the conversation and explore the incredible diversity, the rich history, and the amazing culture that make India the world's largest democracy and one of the most influential nations on the planet. Join the conversation, share your thoughts, and let's continue to explore this amazing country together. The journey doesn't end here. There's so much more to discover, and India has only just begun to show the world what it truly has to offer.